Welcome back to Kovac Enterprises. We're working on the 4x4 pickup truck hardbody Nissan from AMT. As you recall, on the previous video, we went back to step number 3 in the instructions to go ahead and install the windshield battery radiator in the firewall. And of course, what you see in front of you is the result of that. Kind of give you a little closer look at some of the details and how it looks once it's glued into place. So as you can see, we have the firewall right here, and then we have the radiator glued into place, and then of course we have the battery installed as well. We went ahead and put the decals on the battery itself, as well as some of the decals where they needed to go per the instructions. As far as the glass is concerned, we went ahead and installed the windshield, rear window, and the 2 side windows as well. So those are in place, and what I basically used to glue those is the Deluxe Materials glue and glaze. I've had some good results with it, so just basically keep using this. I used to use the Canopy 560, but this seems to do the trick, so that is what I am using. And basically I just taped it down, let it cure overnight, and then just remove the tape, and there you have it. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and go on to the next step in the instructions, and we will be right back. Okay, so I decided before I glue the front cab of the Nissan Truck to the chassis interior bucket, I went ahead and took out my mold that I used for the Ford Interceptor a while back, which I wrote here on the side, radio transmitter. And I went ahead and I still had some leftover resin liquid from Smooth On, and I just went ahead and took and put some resin into the molds themselves, and it took about 10 minutes to make it a solid resin part for the radio, because what I wanted to do was to actually make a CB radio like I had in my truck, as well as a amplifier. So with that being said, see if we can bring the light in here, and I'll kind of bring this in a little bit closer. Hopefully we can see that. So I had the actual main CB attached to the side of my console, and then I had the amplifier that was actually put on the floorboard of the passenger side of the truck I had. And then of course then I went ahead and glued on, and I scratch built a little mic to put on part of the dashboard itself. So that was done, and of course, you know, I painted it all up and everything and make it look just like my CB radio. So that is done, and then my next step was I decided to go ahead and take out my Iwata airbrush and some of the Tamiya smoke. I think it's X19, I believe. Let's take a look at it here. Yeah, X19. That's this guy right here, and this is the smoke. And I decided to go ahead and airbrush the inside of the windows on the rear window and the 2 side windows themselves. And I put several layers on that, and you know, I had it dry in between. And so this is kind of what we came up with. So hopefully the camera picks out the darkness of the tint on this side. So that's the one side there. Of course, that's the rear view window, and of course the passenger side window as well. So there you go. So with that being said, our next step is to actually go ahead and glue on the front cab to the first half of the truck. So we will be back shortly. Stay tuned. Alrighty, we managed to go ahead and glue the both the front end of the cab and the back of the truck onto the chassis of the Nissan Truck, and this is the results. So we're just going to go ahead and let that cure and dry overnight, and then the next steps we have are 12, 13, and 14, and then it's decal time. So this is where we're at. So let me just do a quick little 360 for you guys. We'll just rotate this around so you can see both sides. Alright. And there you have it. Alright, so this will be the conclusion of, I believe it's episode number 5 in this series on the Nissan Hardbody Truck 4x4 pickup that is made by AMT. So, until next time, next up will be episode 6, and we are getting close to the finale. So until then, I hope everybody has a good day, and we will catch you on the next video. So long. Bye.